Folks, once again, Yardie Belly is here with another dish, creative dish, dish from Jamaica. All right, today we're doing some stewed peas, stew peas. Jamaican call it stew peas, all right? And let me just show you my ingredients. I have this container of chicken foot from over by Miss Mac. This is FAM West Indian Grocery, and you see the phone number there. That's in Florida, in South Florida. You can check them. Nice Jamaican shop. All right. But the thing why I like this, the chicken foot clean it up nice and everything. All right. I may have some stew beef. Yeah, we may go use as well, and I also have pigstail. All right, or pigtail. Yeah, I remember that you have American. So hey, join me in the kitchen. Or up and cook this because the wife is not here. I may try surprise her. So join me in the kitchen for stew peas, Yardie Belly style. Here I have some water boiling, and I'm gonna add my pigstail to this water just to what we say scald it off. In Jamaica we say scald. Yeah, scald it off so that you can get out a lot of the salt. Now the camera is gonna be shaky. Bear with me. It's all me and my lonesome today, making sure that I get something done. A long time when I eat some stew peas, and I said, you know what, I was surprised. The wife is up. Here, the pigstail is going to be, and I'm going to change this water maybe 1 or 2 more times. I'm going to make it stay there for about 20 minutes. I try my best to get out most of the salt as much as I possibly can. Here I have my pigtail just blanching a little bit more in the water, trying to get out most of the salt. To this now, I'm gonna add the chicken foot, or chicken feet. Foreign people say chicken feet. And the reason why I'm adding that is because, you just want to make sure that you clean it properly. And well, it's cleaned and everything, but I do that just to keep softening it up a little bit more, so. Once this is done for another couple of minutes, I'm going to next transfer everything to my pressure cooker. Of course, you can cook this over the regular fire for as long as you want, but hey, I find with them in Canberra the long time thing, I can pressure it. For the initial pressuring, I have some garlic and some allspice berry or pimento beans, and I have here fennel seed. Now a lot of Jamaicans don't use fennel in their cooking, but I know that it works very well with pork, and since I'm using pigstail, I'm gonna add the fennel and get some flavor out of that. All right. Now traditional stew peas requires red kidney beans, but this is black beans, folks, and it's available here in great abundance, because Miami is pretty much a Spanish, predominantly Spanish influence has been in Miami, and so the black bean is there, and so I'm gonna add a little bit of black bean to my stew peas. Yeah, not that much, because as the name says, black bean, it will make it black, but I want to not just have Jamaican influences, but American influences too, because nonetheless, I'm living here. So this is the red kidney bean and a little bit of black bean. And as you can see, I'm using, fresh bean, not canned bean, because I think it works better. So now I'm going to wash these and put them to soak, and then we add them to the pot. Ideally, you wash your beans and you soak them overnight, but as I said before, I'm using a pressure cooker, so I don't have to, go through all that step. I can take my time and do it. Now, in the pressure cooker, I've already put the pimento beans and the fennel seeds and the garlic in the pot just to warm it up a little bit and release some of the aromatic flavors of that, and I'm gonna add my beans to this, and I'm gonna pressure my beans. Of course, I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Then I'm gonna pressure the beans. The next time I open the pressure cooker will be about 20 minutes time, and then from there, I will add the meats, and everything will be done in the pot. All right, so this is the first stage of what is gonna be my stew peas. So as you can hear, my pressure cooker is on, and over here I have some stewing beef that I am allowing to marinate with some onions, garlics, and a little bit of adobo spice. And over here, my pickled meat is, just I just turned the fire off that one, and I am gonna just allow this to cool a little bit more, waiting on the peas to be done. Yeah. Now, most people will not do this, but I feel like this is how I want to do my beef. I'm gonna add my stewing beef now to the pot, and as you can see, I'm just putting it in a saute pan and sauteing it real quick, because when you put the beef in the stew, right? Most of the time, it just mix up with the stew, and sometimes it become null and void. By sauteing mine, I hope to give it its own little body, its own little flavor in the stew. So I'm adding this. No, I'm doing this quick, and then I'm gonna add it to the stew. Right? It's not gonna be cooked or anything. I just want to infuse some of the flavor into it. All right. See, by braising it for a little bit, I'm just adding my own flavors to it. Yeah. So I'm braising it so that I can get some flavors out of the bottom of the pan right there. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm learning a lot as I explore more and more the food culture in America, and I'm learning how to infuse flavors and to create, basically a whole lot of flavor by doing things a little bit different. So don't be alarmed. I know many people say, boy, them not used to stew peas that way, but don't be alarmed. It'll turn out good. Here I've added everything now to my pot. My peas, my chicken foot, my pigstail, my stewing beef. Everything is added now, and I'm gonna once again, put this on and allow it to pressure cook for another 20 minutes or so, and then we'll get back to you. All right. I just turned off the pressure cooker, and the stew looks divine. Me not tell no lie. It looked like it almost ready, but of course now I have to start again with the seasoning to make sure that I start to cook it down now with the flavoring and stuff. All right, and I'm gonna beg the wifey to do some spinners, and we add that to it. So here are some of the ingredients that I'm gonna now use to flavor my stew. I have a piece of celery here. Now celery is not traditional to it, but I like to add my little one twisted stuff, I have half of the onion that I use to saute the beef. I have 2 more cloves of garlic. I have some thyme, and thyme is essential. I have green onions or scallions, and I also have the piezza resistance, my Grace coconut milk, and I check on the market, folks. I'm telling you the truth. I went in the supermarket and spent some time reading the labels, and may I tell you the truth? The Grace, yeah, buy it, not buy the rest. Yeah, leave it alone. Now my wife is just adding the spinners to the pot, and my stew is going on fine, folks. And the reason why it's called spinners is because of the way in which she do it. Let me see if I can get your picture while they're doing it. Do it over the stove. So she just basically spin the dough in her hand, and this is a real Jamaican thing. All right, it's just little slivers of dough, and they call it spinners. But it's what also makes the stew peas. All right, it made the stew peas, right? All right. So I added the celery, I added the thyme, I added the scallion, and the last thing that I'm gonna add after the spinners is added is my coconut milk. But ladies and gentlemen, the house smell like stew peas. The pot look like stew peas. It already start to taste like stew peas. So I must stew peas. Yardie belly in a foreign. This is the finished dish, ladies and gentlemen. my stewed peas, and I'm telling you, trust me, the whole house smell like stewed peas. The wife can't wait to get fair share, and I am just making sure to plate some now. And I gotta give her the chicken foot part, right?
Of course. That's my specialty.
So the black beans came out nicely and everything, you know. Now this is a thick, very, very rich, thick stew, and so you just want to put some rice beside it to add it, you know, follow me with the camera. To add it, you know, make it nice and stuff. Here is my finished dish, ladies and gentlemen. My stew peas using two kinds of peas or beans, and served with some jasmine rice, a little bit of avocado, and cucumber. Yeah. All right. Very nice, very flavorful. Notice my little spinners them down there, my chicken foot and everything. And the wifey can't wait. She patiently standing up at the side waiting for her food. This is once again Yardie Belly in a foreign. Remember to try new stuff, try new ingredients, add stuff to your dish to make your dish pop, to make your dish come alive. And I'm sure that as you experiment while you're here, wherever you are, experiment with the local food that you find there. Hey, it will be appetizing and it will be exciting. Once again, join me in the kitchen. Yardie Belly in a